Yo, what's up? What's up? You already know it's your boy Juan G. Definitely up in the building. Had to come through, show some love, see what's going on with y'all. I ain't doing nothing. Come through and like and subscribe to the channel if you may. Come check it out. And tonight, I came here to talk about the mainstream or the underground. It was just something I thought up in my head. I was thinking about this hip hop thing and all that other stuff. And it's something I want to talk about real quick. Let's see, with the mainstream, it's more commercialized entertainment, more like for the award shows and all other stuff. But the underground, it's more for the cats who do the lyrical content, all the real hip hop shit. So, that is something I really want to talk about. Something small and everything. But if anybody want to hop up and talk about this, you may. And with this, it's like with the manosphere too, like the mainstream or the underground. Which one you at for real? Until your channel get big or something. But yeah, everybody gotta check out the stuff that they like for real. Everybody have different styles. Everybody like different things. Some people like the underground. Some people like the mainstream. It depends. Everybody has their options. You know, my preference is the underground. I stick with the underground for real, for real. That's what I really like right there. That's really my style. I stick with more of the Joey Badass, J. Cole, the Kendricks, Earl Sweatshirt, all the popping guys. Oh shit, we got my boy L Nixon up in the building, coming through to show some love. What's good, brother? But yeah, I'm just talking about this mainstream or underground on this hip hop discussion right here. And if anybody if you wanna hop up, you can hop up. We can talk about it. But yeah, that's my preference. Though my preference is the underground for real because maybe when I was younger, I was into the mainstream a little bit, but at the same time, I was kind of balanced. I was cross going back and forth from underground to mainstream when I was younger, but as I got older, that mainstream got real, starting to get really weird as times went on. So I had to step off and stay away from that because a lot of people started getting into that. Started getting into that more of that fly shit, that talking shit. You know what I mean? Thinking I'm that shit with the jewels and all that. But same old bullshit. That's why I stick to what I like and stick to what I know. You feel me? But a lot of people don't want to do that. Everybody want to follow the trends. Everybody want to do what everybody else doing. Everybody don't have their own shit they want to do. It's like it's crazy. I, Technically, I don't really understand that. You want to follow a trend, especially today with these rappers. All they doing is mumble rapping. You know what I mean? They not even talking about nothing for real.
What up? What up?
We got L Nixon in the building. What's good, brother?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of mumbling going on, man.
Oh man, a lot of mumbling. Nigga said
Yeah.
all goddamn day, man.
Yeah, everybody got everybody ad libs down pat. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But you know what's crazy? When listen, I heard the Culture 3 album this weekend, right? And I
Oh,
ain't gonna lie, a couple of them tracks was alright. I'm like, oh shit. I don't know if they started stepping up their raps or they trying to show a little something. I don't know.
yeah, I think they started stepping up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I heard one song, I forgot who
Yeah,
was in it. I forgot the name of the song, but I was like, they doing something. Forgot the name. It
right.
had somebody was on it. It was a feature, and I was like, it's hot. You okay? Trying to remember the
Right.
song. But yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm still listening to because I think like in the pandemic, man, with so much music out, I think like I'm still trying to go back and trying to appreciate the fact that we always talk about that hardcore, that real hip hop. Like we didn't have it, but we did have a lot of it. But I don't think a lot of people was with so much other things they was focused on. Like I got to go back and really get in the Nas album. The Locks album was hot. You know what I mean? What's the name? What's the name?
A lot
From
definitely was popping back then too.
yeah,
All these
from
joints.
Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Machine
West
Gun.
Side Gunner.
Yeah, West Side Gun. Yeah, my bad. West Side Gunner. His was hot. There was a couple of man that was hot, and it's like, yo, a lot of people really didn't. Yo, even going back, man. Maybe I think it was 2019. Jim Jones had a hot one. Mano came out with a hot one.
Oh
Like, yo,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's been some hot ones, but it's like a lot of people ain't really put a lot of emphasis behind it, man. It's like, how can we let all this good stuff go by? And you know what I'm saying? A lot of us see the old heads, man. We be complaining, but we don't understand. Like, it's the young kids who really support it, like buy it and do all that type of stuff. So
Yeah, we're just the main fan base and shit of the old heads, basically.
yeah, so we gotta promote it. We can't complain about it, and then when stuff come out, we don't really promote it because the only way that they can keep coming out is if you know what I mean, like they people support them. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And a lot
Because
of people
they
really don't want to sit around and promote their favorite artists. Instead, they just complain, man, they just playing this bullshit, you know what I mean? But you ain't promoting the artists that you like. You ain't downloading,
yeah
you ain't going to buy it, you ain't going to a concert, you ain't doing nothing.
yeah. So why should they keep coming back and coming back and coming back? It's like it's not motivating. You know what I'm saying? Let them do it
Right,
till they
right.
can't do it no more. But still go out and support. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And
Yeah.
that goes a long way where a lot of people say, man, we need to support each other. You need to support somebody too. You know what I mean? You can't keep
Yeah.
saying we need to support each other, You ain't supporting nobody.
Yeah, I got a dude from Jersey. He got a podcast on he do Facebook and he do it on YouTube, right? And
Right.
he from Jersey, and he be doing some artists. He trying to get like poor righteous teachers, but he did some artists. He did YZ. YZ was pretty good back in the day. Even was hitting down Texas and stuff like that. But the podcast be good, man. He trying to branch off to other things, but it's like I support him, but on YouTube, I'm looking at him like, okay, it's me. You know what I'm saying? And he had a couple of episodes so far, right? So I'm like, yo, I need to get back into I got three IGs. One of them is a blog, right? So I'm like, I really need to get back on it because I know so many people, even from my city, that got podcasts where they bring like people on it that be talking some stuff that anybody can learn from, right? And it's like, yo, I'm trying to do some things, so it's like, yo, I can't expect these people to support me if I'm not reaching out and like supporting everybody else, sharing their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? I'm trying to get it to going where, and I talked to Auntie about this, man. Like, a couple of people that's got something going on, to kind of sponsor people who ain't really got that much engagement. You know what I'm saying? Like after the live stream, yo, we gonna be over at Juan G's joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right, most definitely. That's how it's supposed to be. Support each other, you know what I mean? Just like we're supposed to support each other's channel, you're supposed to support each other's album for real, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, and this is the stuff that, like even Auntie had brought up, talking about that, and I rock with that idea, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely gotta, get a couple of good people together and drive some traffic. Just like you going in on major platforms and they shout you out, you may get a little bit of followers, time to keep that going, you know what I'm saying? Keep it going around.
Right.
But
That's how it's supposed to be. But you already know what the problem is with that though. Too many haters, man. Too many jealous people, man.
Yeah,
You know how that
but
goes, man.
yeah, I mean, you know what though? Like, I had to find my way to different sections where the mood was peaceful. Like Kane the God and them, like Gold P, Sheila.
Right.
It's a couple of people, Shard just had Shard. It's a couple of people, man. We here. Some good vibes from some people. Like, starting to migrate over there a little bit more, and because the vibes be good, you know what I'm saying? But you need to find some good people, man, and like I said, bring attention to them. We can all go back and forth, man, because there's enough attention or whatever to give for everybody, and try to get them, monetized or whatever it is. It's enough to go around for everybody, man. But the drama, don't let just be the drama that people tune into. It's okay and normal to get on the panels or rock with people, and this is a peaceful vibe. We laughing and chilling. Maybe some background music that want to get a strike. Just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. That's how it's supposed to be all day.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hey, so what new equipment you trying to get?
Well, I'm using the Zoom right now.
Oh, you got the Zoom? Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to work on, the background music. I might work on that tomorrow, though.
Yeah. I be wondering, man, some of the people, man, they be having some loud ass mics, dog. Like, damn, they be over talking people.
Right. See, I don't be trying to over talk nobody now. I just let somebody rock out.
Shit. Well, you bullshit. I need to find out what type of mic Verbal got. That she that mic.
Oh yeah, that's y'all crazy.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, I was just going live. Wanted to talk about the mainstream and underground real quick. This is a little conversation I wanted to talk about.
So what you think about the main grant, the commercial junk versus the underground? What's your take on it?
What I think, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. 'Cause back then, it seemed like it was a balance with the underground mainstream. Because like they used to play like the Tyler Qualities, but at the same time they would play like some Hova, some 50, or, you know what I mean? Back in like the 90s and 2000s, there used to be more of a balance. But nowadays, it's like everybody sound the same. Everybody dressing weird. It's like, I don't know. It's got crazy. But I feel like the underground's still the same. They still going in. You know what I mean? They trying to keep the same culture. You know what I mean? Keep that shit retro a little bit. You know what I mean?
But I think a couple of older heads done caught on because they used to turn their nose up to the new age rap or whatever, and I think that's when a lot of people start getting clarity, right? Not even with just music, right? Because you got to think about it. All the previous generations, we caught on to our people's music, our parents' music. You know what I'm saying? Like we still, and that's where we get a lot of the samples from and all that because we know good music. Like listen, a lot of my favorite people I got from listening to my mom. Love Sade. I heard that from my mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think this new generation, they so detached from us. When they was like, yo, what about Biggie? I don't know none of his stuff. Like, there ain't never been a time where we didn't know any of the previous genre of music. generations of music, and that's because even with the times, man, I think we did a horrible job at turning stuff over, man. Even with social media, man, these younger teens looking at us adults, that's why the birth rate is dropping, the marriage rate is dropping. Like they kind of turned off by watching some of us. You know what I mean? So it was easy this time for the music execs to get them separated from us because you got to think about it. When Napster happened, what up, Auntie?
What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's good, Auntie? What's popping? Welcome to the
Man,
channel, baby.
I'm
What's
chilling.
going on?
Juan G's, L. Nixon. I'm just coming through to chop it up, man.
Hey, I was just telling him, you know what I'm saying, how you was talking about, you know what I'm saying, like trying to get some direction driven toward other people's, some good people's channels and stuff like that, trying to, you know what I'm saying, and I was telling him about my boy that got a podcast, and not too many people from the hometown support him, so I was sharing it, and I brought some people to the live, and I'm like, yo, man, it be your own, even your own city, man, your own people that don't even mess with you sometimes. You got to go outside.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. Yeah, I was just chopping it up with some of my peoples too, and they're like, damn, you got a YouTube channel? Why didn't you tell us? I'm like, good question. I didn't necessarily know why,
But it's like we almost instinctively think like, yo, let me try to rock with other people because I know like other people, they don't know nothing about you, so they don't have no preconceived notions, so they just rock with you off of your initial energy. And it's like when you go back to your people and they see, oh damn, yo, this dude got 500 subs, he doing this, they like, oh yeah, I know Auntie. Like, yeah, you weren't saying that when I told you when I had 2 subs.
Yeah.
Right. That's how it be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a little more when they're like, "Oh, I heard your channel's growing." Like, I actually had some people get in touch with me from New York. They're like, "Yo, I saw you on Platinum Stream, earlier, or Sir Ism Stream or whatever." I'm like, "Damn, yeah. Feel free to subscribe to my channel too." They're like, "I didn't even know you was on YouTube like that." Like,
yeah.
So you never know who's listening. You never know.
Oh yeah, Nixon just dropped off. But yeah, you never know who's listening, man. You never know who's listening. You could walk down the street like, damn, it's like you said, somebody just heard you on Platinum. So you're like, damn.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, that wasn't today. That was like a month ago, something like that, or a couple of months ago. A homeboy called me. I hadn't seen him in years from New York. He's like, "Yo, I heard you on the stream." He's like, "I just be listening from the clouds." But yeah, man, that was pretty solid shit. And I let a few people know, but for the most part, just like you said, see who else, the YouTube thing is kind of, it's a different type of social media platform. Like it's really different. It's not like what most people are used to. Like, we think it's a lot of people on here, which it is a lot of people on here, but most people aren't privy to what's going on, on here. So I know, me and L. Nixon kind of just saw the stuff that just went on, like, not just today, but over the last few weeks. It's like, man, there's a lot of drama and shit like that. So
a whole bunch of drama just been going on. You already know, Auntie.
Yeah. People kind of addicted to it. So, I mean, I guess once you get caught up in it, that means you kind of doing you must be doing something right. Because I know, in the beginning, I say in the beginning, because I'm still kind of new to these spaces. I ain't been hanging around these spaces for more than like 5-6 months now. But shit, L. Nixon can tell you it was a time when it didn't matter what the hell we said. Nobody cared.
Yeah. That's
now
what
they
I
hang
told, man.
Every stream.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them. There's some cool sectors, man, that's in here that I started to migrate to. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling him, like, he was talking about the music, and I was saying how we did a horrible turnover with these guys, and they was able to separate us from the music execs and get the 360 deals and all that, because we survived Napster, we survived. We had a couple of record labels fell down. Like every time they get one up on us, you know, like we came back, right? And they came back, we came back to a point where a lot of us figured it out, right? But these new cats, since they so separated from us, don't even know who some of our people is, which is the first time ever. Because you ain't never heard nobody say, "Hey, who's Patti LaBelle?" or "What song should be." Now these young kids like, I never heard a Biggie song. Like what? So we could tell there's a separation, you know, with us in these generations. So yeah, they're able to come like, yo, that Everyday Struggle show, when people were saying Joe Budden, he was wrong for going in on Yachty, and I'm like, no, I know exactly what he was saying. Yachty was like, oh, I'm having fun. Yeah, I made 10 million. He like, okay, well, if you made 10, then how much did they make? When's the last time you seen your contract? He stop spoiling this man fun. Yo, hey, this the industry. It ain't about fun. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. And if you haven't seen your contract, this dude is telling you this because he's fought the industry so that young cats can know what the hell they doing. And y'all telling them he wrong. And I get what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I got it too.
Facts.
Yeah, these guys are gonna do you in. There's no, you know, how they used to build up artists, how they used to work on them artists. Now it's like, okay, you already got a buzz. We're going to ride it out. We're going to promote you. As soon as you die, we're going to get another one. We're going to throw you aside and keep moving.
Funny you say that, El Nixon, because I was just watching that New Edition movie on BET today. I was just watching that New Edition movie. And it's funny because it's like, yo, they look, you know what I'm saying? Bivens looks at the album cover and he's like, yo, Fast Break Records, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? He's like, I thought I was signed to MCA. It's like, nah, like that's your manager's label. You're signed to your manager. He's signed to MCA. So that's why you're not making no money. Because the middleman's taking all the money. And you know, that's the mistake you made, which all artists make most artists make is not reading that contract.
Yeah, and then you know, back in the day, you know, it was sort of like, you know, you had to be different. They like, nah, man, you got to come with something different. Nah, don't even put that out there. Now it's just like whatever. So yeah, the underground is kind of like raw. You know, your vibe, your energy, that's what you put into it. But it seemed like I like what Chance is doing. Chance, a rapper, he doing his own thing without nobody. But once you start messing with these people, man, you know, you get like Slaughterhouse, right? And what Joe was saying is like, yo, how we have, you know, these rough tracks, you know what I'm saying, like these hot beats, and then the issue here he had with Eminem and them is like when they get it back, it sounded more like popish. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is not what we turned in. You trying to make it to a Eminem your type of crowd. Like, yo, they liked the first joint we had when we wasn't with you, and then the business wasn't straight. So I get what he was saying about that. Like, yo, you gonna keep changing up the shit that people liked about us? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, I like that underground.
But that's what they'll do. They'll try to change you up, switch your whole style up. You know what I mean? Turn to I say popcorn. I call them popcorn artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you remember what was that song that Kanye had? You can't tell me nothing.
Or you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah. Yo, they told him that song wasn't it. It wasn't gonna do nothing. And that it was crazy how that song, the lyrics in that song was basically saying like, yo, I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even the lyrics, you know, right. The lyrics itself is gonna be proof when I put it out. And the junk said, you can't tell me nothing, lie. And the song was hot. So it's like it got to a point where these dudes with these numbers and these analytics, like you trying to tell me about some charts, about really a lot of young white kids buy this stuff, but that's not really the vibe of what I'm trying to do. You trying to tell me versus what I know. Because if you look at it, right, and I argue with a lot of people, they say, you know, Eminem's the greatest, he the top, he the this, he this. Okay, but check this out. What conversations he's not going to go down in every conversation, right? Because no matter what he do, he's still a guest. To a point, I say, okay, cool. A lot of brothers will say, oh yeah, yo, Eminem tight, yo, he wanted, okay, so ask 20 brothers how many of them own an Eminem album. If they own one, how many do they own, right? And then you ask in the hood, when was the last time you heard somebody riding around listening to Eminem or even heard him in the club?
I was about to ask you that. When's the last time you seen somebody riding in the hood listening to Eminem?
It don't get, so that's what I'm saying. So he may be in a conversation with the greatest, but he's always going to be an outside, and this conversations he's not going to be had with because he don't still have that impact. He don't.
I still say he a guest in the hip hop house. He a guest.
Well, that's a fact. Don't get me wrong. I think the hip hop heads, like, I know me, bro. I bumped a lot of Eminem. I kind of stopped bumping it, like probably about maybe 10 years ago or so, because I personally felt like it fell off. But I bumped a lot of it.
Yes.
A lot of it. But that was just a hip hop thing. I thought he was pretty ill, but. You right. You damn sure don't hear it in no club.
No.
Hell
Yo,
no.
YG, when was the last time you played an Eminem joint?
Last time I played some Eminem joint was that Relapse joint, whatever he made.
I was just gonna say that Relapse album, like ever since then,
that was the last album.
I stopped bumping.
That was the last album I liked for real. That was really high.
I'm with you.
Like, M's that nigga for that one. He that boy.
I'm with you. He's like, my mom loved Valium and lots of drugs.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was hot. But I'm like, after that, I'm like,
when I was in Washington State, when I first got there, you know what I mean, working out of town, it was a guy that I knew that got hired at my job. So me and him was roommates until, you know what I mean, I can get everything together because I went out there first, right? Well, I mean, he went out there first, and I was out there with him. And let me tell you, he's a Mexican and white dude, right? And it's the typical conversation to where, I kind of saw the other side where it was kind of like, one of the greatest of rap ain't even black type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like we got one of them, and it was like, so we would ride, right? And motherfucker listened to a lot of Eminem. He still to this day, to a point, you would get sick of fucking Eminem, dog, right? And of course, he listened a little bit of Royce 5'9" because, of course, that's Eminem boy. And there's some other things that he listened to, but mainly, dog, that's all I heard was fucking Eminem, right? And I would play other shit that was tight, and this motherfucker would critique it. Like I played that song, that Suge remix with Joyner Lucas and Tory Lanez, and he was shitting on Tory Lanez just because he's not making no sense. I said, motherfucker, I know you're not talking about. You love Eminem, and you tell me everything that motherfucker do, he makes sense. If you don't get the fuck out of here, dog. But he loved this motherfucker to a point where I got tired of listening. So, and I know he used to listen to other shit, right? Shit that had like ignorant shit in it, saying shit that he couldn't repeat. But when I start playing positive shit, it seems like motherfuckers get nervous or uncomfortable when you play positive hip hop that be talking about some real shit. It's like they get uncomfortable, but they comfortable playing the ignorant shit.
That's facts, bro. It be a lot of people just like that. I try to play some positive shit. It was like some Talib or anything like that. They look at me crazy like, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Man, this shit sound corny, man. You know what I mean? What, man? You niggas crazy.
Hey. But even with people who are non-black, when they be spitting some facts, some historical or some real type shit, motherfuckers get uncomfortable. They good for with all the nigga shit, but when motherfuckers speak shit that they're like, oh wow, like shit that they ain't even know, like on some real shit,
they get nervous. They ain't expect that smartness to come out.
Yeah, they like, oh shit, this motherfucker. I rather listen to them call each other out their names and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean that's the world we live in. That's what I mean. It's a difference between the music and the music business.
Yeah.
It's just different like that. That's what the charts and graphs say is selling. So that's what you're gonna hear on the mainstream. Y'all know, like, you know what I'm saying? Nixon been around long enough. I don't know Juan Jesus' age, but it was at one point crack was whack, then it went to fuck the police, then it went, to gangster rap and get money, and then stripper music and dope boy music, and then now the rappers are using the drugs and rapping about it.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when they used to go off on us? We couldn't say this and we couldn't say that, and it was violence and all type of stuff. And then when they started really monetizing, really using, taking, money from us and all that, they started telling rappers, hey, you need guns and everything, sideways, you need women, you need to do this. And rappers started catching on like, the fuck are you talking about? What? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you need more. I had to call them, say the bitch word a little bit more and do this. Like, okay, we getting played, man. They turning to using this shit against us,
man. Yeah. And this is the whole cookie cutter rap. And just to get back to what you were saying earlier, because that was I love that podcast you talking about when Yachty was on Everyday Struggle, because it was real. And it's like, like, you want to know why it's so easy for you and why you able to just go out there and have fun. And even though you in a 360 deal and you don't even know what your contract is, you're still going to see some dough. You're still seeing a better life for yourself than you would have seen otherwise. And why is it like that? Because we made it like that for you.
Exactly.
So, that
facts.
It's deep. Like, they don't understand, like, about the struggle that those that came before them went through. They went through a lot. Went through a lot.
And then these underground dudes, man, they come out with like their heart and their music and all that type of stuff. And a lot of these people, man, they know the environment you come from, man, and they try to wave stuff over your head. You know what I'm saying? They see stuff hot, man, and a lot of us gonna fall for it, man, because we ain't never had none. So we're gonna take advancements up front. They gonna run us through the mud, and then they're gonna try to tell you, well, I think you'll really pop if you start doing something like this. And next thing you know, you don't even sound nothing like who you was.
Or you're wearing a dress, worshiping the damn devil on a music video or something like that.
And I always go back to the Ice Cube. What was that Ice Cube song? He was talking about that. I can't remember that joint. Ice Cube was talking about this song. I can't remember the song name. Y'all know the joint. He's basically saying that you selling out. He's basically telling you selling out.
What, no Vaseline?
No. It ain't no Vaseline. It was the basically he was calling these honkies and coons and all that shit in the song and all that. I forgot what song it was though.
Well, I can't tell you either, but it's the truth. I mean, it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? These people will do anything they'll do it for a buck. Like, it was a time when, like, as an artist, that's what it meant. Like, you were it was all about the art. And whatever, you got paid to do it because you were an artist. Now it's about the money first. It's about the money first. And then, what I'm saying, they wonder why, they fall off. They fall off, they're no longer relevant. Right. So
it's Stay True to the Game. That's what the song called.
But I gotta be real, bro. Like, they mention new age rappers these days. They're very few of them I even know who the hell they are, bro. I don't even listen to it because it all sounds the same to me.
All sound the same. It does. Everything sounds the same today.
I can remember I stayed keeping my ear to the streets, underground scene, everything. And now I'm like, whatever, I'm old. I just leave it at that. Let the young boys.
I let the young cats go at it, man. I don't got time for it.
Switch my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. We just talked you up, man. I was just talking a while about like kind of like everybody just like driving like the traffic other places to some good people, man, to kind of like get people started and to share the love, on some, hey, I'm getting ready to end a live stream, Juan G on live. And I was like, yo, I was talking to Auntie, and Auntie had bought that up, you know what I'm saying? And then you popped up.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that, man. As soon as I saw, I just came on. I saw Platt stream is pretty thick right now. Gotti's on the panel, and he's got like 130 watching or whatever. And Platt was saying some real stuff, and I'm like, you know how that gets. And I'm like, I just went through the list, and Juan G's came. I'm like, word, man. Yeah. And as soon as I came in, I just clicked the link. So,
Yeah, because I
right. Come through to show love.
Yeah, I'll be checking on because he just bought a Zoom. He's trying to get his stuff together, so I'll be asking him, how's everything coming along? You know what I'm saying? I seen KF504. He was testing his junk out, and he trying to do the stock advice and all that. So I know a lot of people talk about the negativity and all that, but that's only because people want to go. There's people on here who talk about other stuff, and the thing is, instead of complaining, it's like, okay, well, listen, you can go to Juan G's, or you can go to Auntie's, and you can go, like, I got solutions for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying it's all negativity, if that's the case, then carry your ass over there and click that link and join that good vibe over there.
Yeah, if you don't want no negativity, you don't want no bullshit. If you want to be drama free,
exactly.
You don't want no goddamn headaches at the end of the night, at the end of the streams and shit. Come over here with the good vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, it sucks, man, but you gotta sacrifice the views for that. I know, like, me and Gotti sat on my panel yesterday. It was just me and him for a few hours. Like it was probably just the two of us talking for about a good 3-4 hours. Damn. About nothing but just positive shit. And I mean, just basic conversation. We talking about damn retirement plans and monetization, YouTube monetization, and just different things, all types of just good positive shit, bro. And next thing I know, I got like 4 people watching.
and you know what? I think like,
to hear that.
I think it's kind of like, it's kind of like getting up with people that you good with and saying, hey, let's check this out, right? Let's like kind of drive traffic to each other and kind of like piggyback off each other and, move the party from one place to the next, keep the energy. Not saying that you got to be, because of course you can't be on it all night, but like, one group of people like, I'm getting ready to get off. We going over to Juan G's or whatever. That way, if you already have some type of good energy, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like, hey, we going over there. We not getting off, but we going over there. You know what I'm saying? So take it over there. That way, you'll already have energy going into it and stuff like that. And kind of like, piggyback off of each other, because at the end of the day, man, y'all going to end up like sharing each other's subscribers. Y'all going to basically like help build each other up and go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was always the plan. Like, even, like when my channel, started and I realized where my first core of subs were going to come from, that's something like me and Let's See had talked about that, and we were going to do that. That was the goal, was to have, kind of like our own like 24-hour sector that wasn't one way, it wasn't another way. It was just everybody can just come and chill and vibe, but because for the most part, it was just me that was on it. That's why I was doing those long streams, and until I had somebody I could pass the baton to and just be like, whatever, we're all going to go over here. I guess I'll just be live until somebody else pops off, Yeah,
because I got some hip hop heads that like I said, a friend of mine, he got a YouTube, or he got like a podcast, and I'm like, I know some people that you probably get a good vibe, like Kane the God, Juan G's, Gold P. So they really don't even know what's going on. They on YouTube, but they just on YouTube. They don't know, they ignorant to it. They don't know none of the sectors, which can be a good thing. But it's like, yo,
Yes.
I you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a list of people that you can go check out. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, hey, if they on, I'll hit you up. And you know, they into hip hop and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I'd rather send them to people like that, vibe off of each other and go from there, you know.
No, I just sitting back and just trying to pay attention rather than interact for the last couple of weeks. I'm like, man, yo, I'm good, man. I'm good because yo, this shit is like literally, bro. You can start the car up and pull the battery out of it. That shit's still gonna run. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
Like for real, that alternator's still good. You don't even need the battery.
Yeah, I stayed out of the way a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I stayed out of the way.
Stays out the way from. I stayed out the way from different sectors. Like I stayed away from that beef sectors and all those crazy sectors. I stay away from over there. You know what I mean? But like all the chill, like I'll probably rock out like with Art New Style, Roger Report, all them. Like I'll rock out with them just get some education and all that. But other than that, I ain't really rocking out like that too much.
Hey, but Juan, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, like, right? People think that it's just a panel thing, right?
Right.
Yo, if you very observant, man, even people who don't really get on the panel, you still can kind of feel the vibe of some of the people that be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And you can even tell some people that's not about that BS and some people that is. And people don't really think that people pay attention to that chat. So you can tell the guys, some of them didn't even know they had channels, but you could tell someone when you read in the chat or you can go through the replay and somebody try to piece it up and they like, no, don't piece it up. Like, yo, okay, this person loves drama. Okay. All right, but they be saying one thing, but then over here they really like them. They really like that dysfunction. Okay. All right. You got some people, man, they'd be like, yo, I'm out. This is getting too much for me.
Right. Like this, I gotta bounce, man. I don't got time for this shit.
Yeah, like it was entertaining, but now it's just like, you know, I done seen a Jerry Springer episode or two now. I don't know about episode 3. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, keep in mind, like, I mean, as your channel grows, bro, that chat box is like the lifeblood of a stream. I'm gonna always say that.
Oh yeah,
I just noticed that, you know, that chat box is whoa. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, most of the time, it's going to be more popping in the chat box than it even is on the panel.
Right.
But yo, just like he said, man, yo, most people aren't really even comfortable coming on panels like that, but they can type a bunch of crazy shit and just hit send. So
yeah, but you know, though, and even when it's not a dysfunctional or argument type of thing, you know, the channel, the panels even used to be hot when we was, you know, talking about grown stuff or, you know, people talking about Freaky Friday or just laughing, being adults without talking about gender issues. Those lives were still popping. We was just having fun, men and women relating, or on the panel when men are relating, just having fun. So once you take out the beef and you let your guard down and have fun, that's some good energy too that people could run with.
Well, we tried to do it. I mean, you were there the whole time. We tried to do it, and you know, people were still determined to kind of, you know, inject, you know, some negativity in it. So, you know, that's just something that,
NT, man. Hey, you know, but I know you cool and all, but hold up, I got a problem with this up on this panel. Like, yo, dog, we had a good vibe, dog. Don't come up here and mess up my vibe, dog. Like, this is not the channel to come argue with somebody. We was talking good until you came, and now I got to get the vibe back up. You mother.
I mean, that's why I was like, I don't know if some people are paid to do it or what, you know, or what. I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, I've seen it even, you know, it wasn't even necessarily on my channel. You know, people were just on other, just like you said, we'd be wilding. It'd be, you know, 14, 15 people on the Zoom, man. Nobody's talking over anybody or anything. Everybody's just talking, laughing, you know, chilling. It's late night, whatever. And then, you know, somebody jumps on and they're like, why are y'all talking about this?
Yeah.
We need We need to talk about protesting. And
hey, Juan G's, I'm gonna let you finish. Well, but so and so had the best panel out this year.
Yo, hit me with the Kanye. Oh man, damn.
But that's how people be doing it,
Kanye
man.
out here.
But yo, they used to do that to NT all the time, and it's like, yo, we not gonna talk about that. Like, oh, you ain't listening to me. Like, yo, I'm gonna have to mute somebody, put somebody in the back. Like, yo, they just determined. But
Juan G, no man,
somebody tried to that dumb shit. It's a rap. I'm like, nope. You ain't coming up in here with that shit. Nope, we ain't doing that.
Even like the first time Juan G's came on the panel, I'm like, man, drop the link to your channel, man, and that's it, man. That was always the goal, was to, you know, I don't like being like it's a hell of a lot easier to just come and jump on somebody else's shit and just jump off when you're done, you know, instead of, you know, having to MC it the whole way through, you know. But
and I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I know it wasn't done on purpose, but that damn Avatar, man, that shit right there, man. That's some official shit, man. Yo, it looked like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I mean? It catches the emotion, like you saying, like, man,
YouTube caught me on it. That was a thumbnail. It was a thumbnail.
It made you be like, yo, let me tune into this dude, man. He look like he about to say some shit.
Yeah, it was a thumbnail when I did that video that said the gender war is getting old, and I literally had just came back in the house because I went out, you know what I'm saying? I met somebody outside for some drinks or whatever, and I was like, whatever, though, I'm just gonna pop off a live. And I think it was like just you and Let's See were there for it. That was it. And YouTube, you know, they give you a choice of like 3 thumbnails or whatever, and it caught that still shot. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is a new Avatar. I like it. And I just caught it, made it the Avatar. You know?
Yeah, well, Juan, you right, man. Hey, listen, I still love that underground stuff, man. But I tell you what, man, let me tell you who I've been listening to. And yeah, I will say it. I don't care, because he ain't been charged yet. But yo, these last 3 albums from last year, Tory Lanez been putting out some heat, album after album, man. I still listen to album. I still keep going back to the album 1 when he was talking about it, man. Yo, in a short period of time, this dude, like, that's some classic type of album, man. And he put it together like it was nothing, man, in that short period of time. Yo, all emotions. And when you play that jump, man, that sounds like a dude that's fighting to clear his neck. Like, yo, nothing but emotions about that album, yo.
Through that whole album, he was talking about that situation, man. Listen, you can hear his flow and all. You can hear it in the voice.
Yeah, the second one, you know what I'm saying? He got a little energy into that, you know what I'm saying? And then he came back with that Playboy, though. Playboy, the new one that he did he did like a show. He did, you know what I'm saying? We did it. He went over his album and the setup, the background, everything, yo. That was tight. I'm like, this dude, it's sort of like, man, you got Prince, you got Michael Jackson, you know, you got there's a lot of greats from back in the day. Smokey, you know, he just couldn't stop. Tupac couldn't stop, you know what I mean? Like, he just, you know, right in his sleep. And I would say I would put Chris Brown in that, because who can make an album and only 4 of them okay, and then come back and you think he done, and you ain't gonna see him in 2 years, and he come back with a 30 track. Like, this dude don't stop. And Tory Lanez, when I'm looking at his catalog, right, I'm like, yo, this dude is underrated, whether it's rapping or whether it's putting melodies together. Like, this is a talented ass dude, dog. Even now, it really hit me on that when him and Joyner Lucas is going back and forth, and I love Joyner Lucas, right? Because he real creative dude. But I started to see Tory's range, right? And we just all talking about rap. That song he did, Broken a Minute. I'm like, okay, he got another style. you know, even though it's kind of like a dude in Ohio style. But I'm like, yo, this dude done flexed a couple of styles. I'm like, okay. So then the battle was getting pretty good. And then when they did that Suge remix, right? You know how Joyner go off. But when Tory got on there, I was like, oh man, oh, hands down, man. This dude right here, man, he's just a monster, dog. And if you look at Chris Brown's situation, he was the Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying, the excuse me, miss, you know what I mean, that you know, the Chris Brown, you know, the young, you know, little
The young Chris Brown, that young, all that type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when that joint was with him and Riri happened, you know what I'm saying? He came out with that mixtape, you know what I'm saying, the Gangsta Grills. And
oh yeah, that mixtape was fire, especially and a fan of a fan with Tyga.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. I still
was crazy. I still done bumped that joint.
Yeah, so that kind of put him in a different light, and it was kind of like, even though it was a crazy situation, people was like, well, maybe he ain't so, you know, cookie cutter after all. So this Tory situation, even though, you know, I mean, he been putting out stuff for a while, this opportunity, it was kind of like, yo, I'm not going to say much, you know, I would never do like y'all, it ain't happen like y'all said, and this and that. So instead of folding, he was basically saying, you know, look, I'm gonna show y'all what it is. Y'all gonna see when it's over. And he said, yo, instead of being negative or saying, I'm gonna let my music speak for itself. And he just went harder and harder. And I've been checking the engagement, and because old girl been caught up in certain stuff, and you know, way her people been dropping left and right, and how she been moving, I've watched how it started and how it started now. And there's more and more women saying, oh, he lit. Oh, he just, he's getting even more popular than he was before. And then you got there's not a lot of negative stuff about women I see anymore. They're really going out for this guy. Like, they really rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? And even though they try to, the DSPs try to hide him, he's still going #1. He's still like, the people they starting to rock with this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes situations, man, it's crazy how you could be underrated and be in a situation, and then people like now really, really notice you like you wasn't hot before.
Well, remember, man, the cream always rises to the top.
There you go.
That's just kind of the way it is, man. And that's what I try to tell even, you know what I'm saying, friends of mine and people that come to me and ask me, like, what's going on? Why haven't I popped off yet? Regardless of what it is they're trying to do. And it's like, look, you don't have to force the spotlight on you. When you're a shining star, like, the spotlight will find you.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. It just works like that. You know, yeah. It just does. Like, yeah, you definitely are going to have to put your work in. You know, you're going to have to put your time in, but it's never going to happen the way you expect it to. Just never.
You know? Even this YouTube junk, man, like, you get big and people always say the hate come, and then a lot of people had to reroute their stuff or remarket their stuff, and it's kind of like, okay, cool. You see them coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you can't shut me down. You know, it comes with the success. Okay, cool. So now, hey, learn my lesson. Now I got to move differently, but I'm back. Some people never come back. Some people give up, and some people I just got to go hard. Like, that's why I said I like that joint where you was like, hey, I'm back. I ain't going nowhere.
I was just about to say that. I was like, let me just do a quick 1 minute one. Just let them know I ain't going nowhere. So if you thought you forced me out, no. No.
Yeah. YGs ain't going nowhere either. You know what I'm saying? Like, he here. You know?
Oh yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Can nobody tell me shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying where I'm at.
Yeah. So it's just a vibe, man. The solution is, man, find people that's the same mindset, man, and just kind of feed off of each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. And here's the thing, man. Even in the music industry, the reason why I call for a lot of them big cats to really do something right now in their age, like Jay-Z and Diddy and all them, they coming out now and they want to do some things. But see, it's harder to do it now because instead of being competitive and doing all that, if you would have helped make some bosses on the way up, you'd have had more people that you can help the game out at this point in time. You know what I'm
Instead
saying?
of bullshitting his artists for all those goddamn years. For real,
Yeah.
for real.
Taking credit from type of stuff, man. If you would have helped build up some other people, man, you could have had you a nice, like, I give respect for Lil Wayne, right? Because Lil Wayne never really worried about Nicki getting her shine. He never really worried about Drake getting a shine. Like, it didn't bother him, right? But see, you got somebody like 50. He wanted his people to get up there, but they didn't have the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about a Jay-Z. But Jay-Z ain't nobody else to get that shine over him, man. That's just not how he rolled up.
That's why Cole went and did his own thing for real, for real.
Yeah. I mean, see, even though J. Cole could be signed to a Rock Nation, J. Cole is one of them dudes that he don't need. Yo, you give him the green light, he going. He don't need to feed off of you. He don't need you to come get on the hook. He like, yo, I've been doing, in college, I was doing my mixtapes to original beats and doing my own beats. He like, yo, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, but you got people like, even like the Joe Budden podcast and Maul and all them. It's like, yo, when he telling you, you can use content, you know, on your social medias. You can do your own YouTube and all that. They like, nah, I'm good. Like, yo, you got exclusive rights to do all that. But see, now, sometimes the motivation, now that they doing their own thing now, I guarantee you they're going to do more, and Maul probably going to say more than, whatever, his catchphrase is. But it's like, yo, you could have did all that on the show, yo. But sometimes, man, it just takes certain situations, man, for people to move. And it's like, yo, you could have already been doing that shit, man.
Yeah. Now that's the truth. But yo, you know how it is, bro. You can't, and I don't give a damn what game you're in, you cannot teach or coach effort.
Exactly.
You can't do it. Some people have it or they don't. You know, some people have that drive to just, you know what I'm saying, they just want more. And you know, like just like you said, like, you know, that's what, you know, what 50 was, that's what it seemed like what 50 was dealing with. You had a lot of people around him that just, they pretty much just wanted the money. You know?
Yeah. Banks want to rap. He ain't want to do nothing else besides that. Like, this ain't the old school, dog. You got to do a little bit more than just rap, bro. You got to promote yourself. You got to engage and stuff. He just wanted to rap. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we understand like what 50 did. Like, it was, you know, he took the underground thing to a whole nother level.
Yeah, but see, Eminem took him around the world and opened him up to his audience, and he knew how to run with that, and he tried to do the same thing with those guys, and it was like, yo, you gotta generate your own buzz and all that type of stuff. But I say with Jay, man, you know, the Rock, man, the way they move, man, there was so many people that came at Jay, and he let his people go at them, right? But the only person that he couldn't get around, because he started it when Nas was going through stuff, his mom had passed, is he started with Nas, and he couldn't back out of this. Because see, Jay-Z's strategic, man. He never gonna put himself in a position where it's gonna affect him. You know what I'm saying? Like, win or lose, he's not gonna put himself in a position if he's second guessing it. So he strategically, and like Beams is like, yo, I was going after Jadakiss and Jadakiss and Beanie Siegel. No, Jadakiss and who, I forgot who else he was going. He's like, yo, they could have messed up my career at any time, but I was doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, this is how you do me at the end. But even with Kanye, man, he didn't really give Kanye no vibe. That was all Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you making a ticket to the concert. He making your beats. Like, yo, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the Emilio Sparks, I was listening to the story, man. That song, give it to me, give me that good shit, give it to me. Like, yo, that was Emilio Sparks' hook, yo. That was his hook. He came in Studio B and heard that junk, and he was like, he wanted it. And he was like, yo, well, you know, that's big homie. You know, what you gonna do, right? So in 2 weeks, he had the music done, had the video, you know, everything ready to go. Got everything done, and Emilio Sparks' management, who he worked through, right? What happened is that song made millions, man. Emilio Sparks didn't get a dime from that jump up. So that's the stuff that Jay was doing, man. You know, and then the Young Guns is going on tour calling Beans is like, yo, you know how much we getting paid out here? Like, yo, we got hot joint on the radio, and we splitting like this little amount of money. And then Jay said, you know, us going out there was a good look. So that was supposed to be like, okay, yeah, man. So we could have had more to rock. We could have had more state property. We could have had a lot of that stuff. But, you know, Jay-Z broke the numbers. He broke the charts. He moved on up. And the people he was with started to drop off slowly but surely. But now where he at now. So it's like, I know you come out with 444 now, but like, yo, you kind of did a lot of snake stuff throughout your climb. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. He wasn't talking that 444 shit in the 90s.
Nah. I saw the clip when he was like, he want to talk about certain things, like certain artists, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? When he got to that point. But even Nas' baby mama was saying how even when she did mess with him, whatever, she said the stuff he was doing he ain't like. So when they fell out, she told Nas a lot of stuff about him that he used in that album, Stillmatic. And he was saying like, yo, he's very fragile as far as his ego and stuff, which I figured that out.
Yeah, they said his ego is fragile.
Yeah. So Nas just capitalized on it, man. That was a done deal. You 36 in the karate class, you Tabo Ho. Ask me if I'm trying to
Nas came him heavy on that joint. Oh man.
Yo.
That was hard ass shit right there. And we just hit the hour mark too, man. But I'm gonna go another half hour.
Yo,
go ahead, Nixon.
Hey, but that song, man, I can still hear the beginning of that song, yo. The way that song came on, I was like,
man, that intro of that song, you like, oh, like, you already know it's about to happen.
Yo, y'all talk about Nas be picking some weak ass beat. Well, he came hard with that one.
I never had a problem with the beats that Nas picked. I don't even know why we heard a lot of shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, like an underrated album Nas had, which was actually one of my favorites, was the I Am album.
Yeah.
You know, I guess there was kind of like a different beat selection from a lot of his other albums, but that was one of my favorites. He had some good cameos on it, but a lot of longtime fans was like, yo, this ain't Nas. I'm like, I kind of liked it.
And I think a lot of people didn't really like, as time went on, a lot of people didn't really like the old boom bap type beats. And everybody started falling off on it. But I think a lot like the bass fan base really liked it though.
Yeah. Only one I didn't like was the Kanye one. That was it.
Oh yeah.
But see, here's the thing though, man. When I think of MCs, man, I think of Nas. The only reason why I say that is because, you know, he, of course, it's through his dad, he liked a little jazz, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, man. You know, great people, man, don't always have to come out with mixtapes and albums. Like when they come out, you're going to listen anyway. And he made albums based off of his love of hip hop and what moved him instead of what's popping now or what's the new style. You know what I'm saying? Like he's an MC. Right. Like, oh, I still got this hunger and this is how I feel. So let me go in the booth, right? And yo, I'm into this. So let me use this. Let me experiment with that. I'm feeling this. So you look at people was looking for the old type of beats, like yo, I still got them, but yo, like I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, I'm experimenting with something different. Like yo, let me do this. Like don't typecast me, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, I got a range, and I'm taking it somewhere else. So I'm an MC, but I'm really on some art type stuff. Like we're gonna make some artistry out of this. You know what I mean?
Right, most definitely, man. Some real art. Real goddamn music.
Yeah, because he can come out with one mic. You know what I mean? Jay-Z has some stuff, man, but I ain't never seen him. I never seen him as a one mic type artist. Like, yo, he can.
No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But that's why I still rock with him, man. I still rock with that cat, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that brought me back to the boom bap for real in high school. It was Joey Badass, that 1990.
Joey Badass.
I think it was 1999. That mixtape that brought me back. Oh my
God, that Wave song, man, that shit was fire right there, man.
I mean, back in the day, I mean, yo, I'm talking the headphones. You know what I'm saying? Like people used to bop their head back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, did you hear this? I mean, now it's like, yo, they move, they dance and all that. But we was like, yo, my man said so-and-so. We was citing the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? We like, oh, rewind that.
Rewind that back. Like, oh, that it's great. Yeah, I mean, we won't do that no more.
Yeah. Because after the 90s, I think because of the social media messed it up, man. The attention span, the Vine videos and all that. That's why these rappers coming in that haven't been in so long, that's why they got to do so many mixtapes in between albums. So much stuff. It's like the stuff that you put out, like your album was hot, but it doesn't hold the attention. And that's crazy. Right. That's the messed up thing nowadays, is because these guys don't even go back to their favorite artists' albums and play through it like it was a classic, because it's really not that feel like it is anymore. But we can go back to our favorite artists and play all their stuff and know their stuff and hear their stuff in the club and still get the same vibe as when it was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, man.
Just like you said, I can remember a lot. I can remember a lot from the 90s. And like I said, that might have been the last generation of that, because, you know, I can even remember even the generation that predates us, like, you know what I'm saying, like my mom's generation, like they can, you know what I'm saying, you can pull up a song or whatever from the 70s or early 80s and they can remember what they was doing and all of that stuff. And we can remember that even from the 90s and maybe the early 2000s. But just like y'all said, it's not like that anymore, mainly because of, you know what I'm saying, MP3s and, you know what I'm saying, the fact that everything's digital now.
Yeah.
Digital. You just pull it right up.
When you get those fans who were kind of close to, you know, their mom and pops or the next generation, and may have grew up listening to people who really, really still listen to the music, so they had an ear for it. That younger generation, if they like stuff like, yo, if Travis Scott is their favorite, you know, artist, whatever, because they still might go back and listen to old hip hop, old R&B. Now they might still keep the vibe alive and still be playing some of the people like Travis Scott's first album or whatever, because they kind of get that connection when it comes to music, and they won't really cycle it through. They like, yo, this is, and they gonna pick out some of that good stuff, and those type of guys are probably bringing it alive. The rest of the cast, they just gonna cycle through waiting for the new stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and then hey, my kids, they be listening to these stuff, and I'm like, yo, do you know what they said? No, like y'all don't even know, like y'all don't even know what these kids are talking. Like even street kids,
talking about?
Yeah, even street kids that went out in the street knew what they was talking about. Like y'all disconnected. Like, yo, he's saying this and this and that. Well, how you know that? It's on the radio. You know what is music has always been coded. Just because it's on radio don't mean nothing. I'm like, this is what he's talking about. So, you know, I got to edge. And I know people be like, why you be on social media, this and this and that? I said, cuz, man, I need to know what's going on so I can explain to these kids what's going on, because they using stuff and they don't even know the meaning behind it. And we a little bit more was in touch and educated with street stuff. These kids nowadays, if they ain't in the streets, these kids in the suburbs, man, don't know what's going on, man. But they listening to this music. So they need to know when these kids, when I was at the talent show and the lady was like, oh, that's my son up here. And I was like, you know what that song mean? What? Like the Soulja Boy Crank That? I said, Superman, that hoe, you know what the Superman is? I broke it down. She was like, oh no. I said, yeah. She said, I had no idea. I said, oh yeah.
That's great. I ain't gonna front. I was dancing that joint when I was a young boy. I ain't gonna front. I did that dance when I was a young boy too. I can't.
But I'm saying, Country Grammar. I'm going down, baby.
Oh, hey, that was an album that was underrated, that a lot of people didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know what was going on. I'm like, yo, this shit is pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? They don't know,
baby. Ready to let it go. What is he letting go? Yeah. To ask him, what is he letting go? You know what I'm saying?
Man, when they had that track a few years ago, when I forget the dude's name that did it, You know what I'm saying? I'm a stone. I'm a stone. I'm a stone. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
y'all know what this nigga's talking about?
yeah.
They're like, yo, he's talking about getting stoned. I'm like, yo, this nigga's talking about buying jewelry. What the fuck? Like, this motherfucker talking about catalog shopping and buying jewelry and shit.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with weed or any of that shit, man. Like, what are y'all listening to?
But that's just how clever music is, and the debates and stuff
understand the
you have.
music, man.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, my wife, she like, oh, he loved the music. And here's the thing, right? Some people listen to music, and some people love music to a point where they listen to all types. Or it's like with me, no matter like what I'm going through, my ups and downs, whatever, I listen to certain type of music, man. And it's like music I listen to, like you really can just like get into it. Some people paint a picture, like I ain't gonna lie, man. It's not just because I'm from Jersey, but I'm a Joe Budden fan, right? And his thing was, it never really was like regular radio format stuff, because this stuff used to be 4 minutes or whatever, not no 3 minute, radio play stuff, right? So when he was on Love and Hip Hop, he did Love Lost, some Love Lost, whatever, right? And then he had series, Some Love Lost, All Love Lost. But he made a commercial album. It had Tank on it, had Lil Wayne, had Juicy J, had a lot of people on it, right? The album was hot. But it's kind of like people had already typecast him by then, and that album was hot. People typecast him as a one-hit wonder, and I'm like, yo, and that's why people was mad at him when he started speaking on music, because the same thing happened to him, because people used to run and say, oh man, he had Pump It Up. And I'm like, yo, you do know on that same album, like
What?
Pump It Up wasn't really in the club like that. I said, but you do remember Fire with Busta Rhymes. Let me just make this one thing. Oh yeah, that's my song. But you just said he only had one song. I said, see, that's the danger of that narrative. How did you forget that song was hot? Yeah, that song was hot. Yeah, and so by you jumping on that narrative, you forgot that song that was on that same album. See, that's how that stuff works. And when people still do have hot stuff, people follow a narrative, and we miss out on a lot of good music because we can't really think for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And you'll miss some underrated albums or bodies of work that came out because you going along. And the same thing with YouTube or whatever, people will go along with stuff and they don't really take an ear to listen. So a lot of that stuff can be dangerous. But his stuff was, if you ever was going through something, and people say it was emo music, but if you ever went through something, like he always painted a picture. There was some stories in it. And he really was honest about, yo, this how my motherfucker feel. But it was always the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could kind of see like a dude that was deep in thought, and it was honest. Sort of like Drake stuff, but he was too honest about them women, and women ran him crazy. But I like honest and real type of music, because now you basically telling me, like, because he like therapy. Anything you need to know about the dude, you should have already known. So all the stuff that's happening now, it shouldn't be a surprise. He was straight honest about stuff that most people wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, I felt that way, but a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't say X, Y, and Z. But yo, this dude is like, fuck it, I'm gonna say this is how the fuck I felt.
Yeah, them true artists that speak their mind about how they feel and everything. A lot of those don't get promoted like that.
Nah,
that'd be messed up for real.
Eminem did.
I ain't gonna lie. I like I don't know if y'all know him. Y'all know Logic?
Yeah, I like Logic. I got some of his stuff.
Yeah, I like most of it. Everybody be like, oh, he's kind of corny, or he's this and that, or he kind of copy off the old school cats. I'm like, what you talking about? And he even said that he'll you know what I mean, he'll probably take a line or two, or he'll probably use a little flow, but he don't really be stealing no shit for real.
See, Logic was hot. He just stayed out of drama, but
Yeah.
And I was kind of pissed at Joe Budden to say, "Oh, Logic, man, you got to be out your mind, man. Like, yo, he got some good bodies of work, man.
Right. His storytelling and all that shit. Like it's amazing for real.
Yo, y'all hear that song when he was on the track with Eminem?
Yeah, I heard it.
Man, tell me, yo, you can't say that. Oh man, you know he died or Eminem ate him up, man. He rolled that jump, man. He's there with him, bro. You can't say he didn't. Yo, he did a good job on that track, man.
He
Like,
definitely did a good job on it.
definitely did a good. So it's like, yeah, sometimes, man, we really don't do some of these artists. Yeah, you know, he talked about his identity thing with, you know what I mean, you know, his background and all that type of stuff. But like I said, man, he was speaking on some real stuff, some positive stuff. But you know, we promote the other shit, man. We promote the other shit. But I like people like that though. I mean, the Migos is cool, but some of that stuff, man, Young Thug, I can't get into Young Thug stuff.
Nah, I kind of like Lil Baby. He alright.
Yeah, I mess with him.
So I can tell you, man, it's a lot of that stuff I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Once I saw Young Thug was dressing, man, I'm like, yo, I'm good. I don't even know what you have to say. I don't even care. Yo, I can't promote it.
When he said he buys some of the stuff from the girls section because they fit him a certain type of way, I was done.
Man.
Oh yeah, I was done. When I heard that, I was like, oh no, man, you tripping on that one?
That's just me personally.
I
support
I gotta
fun
leave on
boys,
it.
man.
I gotta walk out the room on that one, man. For real, man. And I never understood that, like dressing like that. I remember because it first started with the what the fuck was them niggas? The New Boys, you know, with the tight ass. Well, it started with Lil Wayne, but it started with all them dancing niggas too. But then it got worse. It got way.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Neptunes, and you know what I'm saying. They started with the whole skateboard, tight pants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it got out of hand. You know, it just got out of hand. And you know, I mean, I guess they just trying to promote a certain agenda or whatever. Believe it or not, and some people wanted to argue with me about that. And I'm a 50 fan, but I blame 50 for it. You know,
you blame 50?
Hell yeah,
man. I want to hear the reason. I want to hear this.
Exactly, bro. He made it so you can't even pretend to be hard anymore.
Yeah.
you just couldn't even pretend to be hard anymore because you were gonna get your bitch card pulled. So motherfuckers just went all out soft.
Yeah. Now, at first I didn't like 50 because I'm like, yo, man, he arrogant, bullying. But I'm like, then I said, wait a minute, that's hip hop. Confidence to the degree. That's hip. Like what? That's hip hop, yo. And if you can't cut it, then hey, sit your ass down. You
right.
know? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm like, he made it so the motherfuckers they were just scared to even pretend to be hard. You know?
Yeah.
So like whatever.
Out here, for real.
Yo, I didn't like when these young cats was like joking and laughing on the BET freestyles and like, yo, you ain't come on the track knowing that these other people's gonna be here and you wanted to get your bars up, or you just repeating the same stuff, laughing like, yo, I'm like, y'all fucking up my culture, my hip hop culture. Y'all take it serious, man. Yo. And then I used to talk to these young cats and I said, all right, your top 5 young dudes against my top old school dudes. Who you think will have a better freestyle? Well, well, probably yours. Oh, okay, so what is that telling you? Well, you know, we just have fun and then because y'all ain't a rapper, y'all just a rock star. Y'all just making the money.
Yeah, little Uzis. They want to be rock stars.
Oh my God. Lord.
So that's how they treat our culture, man. They making money off of it, and they not trying to preserve or pass it down. Because they making money, because these young kids don't have the same ear or the love for the art like we do, so they don't respect it the way we do.
Yeah, it would have been different, like if they wanted to do some little emo rock thing to it. I mean, they could have did like some Linkin Park type shit, but they I don't know. I don't know. Shit.
I mean, I think that's that's what kind of pisses off the older generation. It's just like, yo, or just the hip hop generation that precedes. It's just like, yo, y'all like just have no respect for what came in front of you. And that's what, you know, even Joe Budden was trying to say. It's like, yo, all right, look, if you're not feeling what we was doing or any of that stuff, it's cool. But y'all really think that y'all done invented something new. Y'all haven't done a damn thing. Like nothing.
Yeah. You know? And then it's like even some of the cassette, you know, that we was listening to, right? I mean, and I kind of looked at it like from a standpoint like this, right? You know, the thing with Charlemagne and, you know, Hot 97, like I'm not saying like Joe be on his stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you know, it ain't no surprise. But cats used to be like, yo, watch he mess this up. Yo, he always doing this, he always doing that. I'm like, yo, if you really follow this dude, you know what I'm saying? He was on Def Jam, man. You already know what happens on Def Jam. It was like a graveyard back in the day, right? And he wasn't with the award show. He wasn't really with all the glamour. He just wanted to, you know, do the art, right? So people was like, oh, that stuff with Jay-Z. And I'm like, yo, how you think that stuff really started? The man had Pump It Up. And he wanted to do what everybody do. Let's do a remix. Let's extend the buzz. Okay, Jay-Z on this joint. Okay, he around here, you know, same label. Yo, let me see if he, you know, do the remix with me. Came to Jay, of course, in Jay fashion. I charge you X amount. Like, yo, and you know this new artist ain't got that budget. So he was like, hey, if he ain't gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it. So what Jay do? 2 weeks later, use the Pump It Up beat and make a remix and come at Joe Budden on it. So people caught on when Joe Budden said, cool. See, because that's the thing. A lot of people didn't really respect him as a creator, but he was already doing it while y'all saying he was complaining. So instead of whining and complaining, Joe was like, bet. Even greater. I'm going to do the remix to his remix and get back at him. I ain't gonna cry, but I'm gonna let this motherfucker know, even though he hot, I'm gonna let him know I ain't scared. And he went back at him, and he did it like it was all cool. He like, that's what's up. Like that's what I want. You know what I mean? He came at game. He came at a lot of people that was getting at him, and he was cool with that. Like this hip hop. So he went through a lot of companies, but he knew that they really wasn't really messing with him like that. So he went a lot of places, and even with Slaughterhouse, he didn't like the way the business was done. But see, here's the thing. People look at him like a loudmouth. He always got to say something, bro. In hip hop, man, you know how many people didn't say something? You know what I'm saying? MOP. You ain't heard no MOP. Did you hear him fight for what they? Come on, man.
Oh, those are my dudes, bro.
Right.
Brownsville's finest, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if you didn't know better, man, you swear those boys are still like they still on the block serving. You know what I'm saying? With their music, man.
They still going in today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are my dudes right there.
Like,
son.
yo. Cats really don't understand out here, man. Like all the popping ass rappers, they still popping. You just gotta look for them now. You just gotta look for this shit now.
That's why I like what's the name? Westside Gun and Benny the Butcher and all of them. That's why I like that. That jump remind me of the type of stuff, man, that we should have still continued to enjoy this today. They remind me of that. But
they get that Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, that street knowledge type rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I just never understood why you make the loud dude feel like the villain. It's kind of like what they do to us, you know, other minorities do to us. You know, black people always complain. It's like, yo, do you know how much stuff y'all benefit from us complaining? And we don't call it complaining. We just don't shut up when we ain't done right. And, you know, they even vilify us as a people for sticking up for ourselves. And that's kind of like what they do to some artists. And some artists like, well, I don't know if I want to do this, but he's never been a dude that wanted to shut up. So when he stopped rapping and did the podcast, I wasn't really mad, even though I was a fan. Oh, no, my bad, supporter. I was a fan. Fans are fickle because I always knew his voice was bigger than just rap. Because when he started Joe Budden TV, nobody was on the internet as far as hip hop. He had his own .com. Tahiri got introduced because he had a section that had Tahiri TV, and he started doing vlogs. Before we even knew what vlogs was, he was doing vlogs. You know what I'm saying? As far as entertainment, hip hop, he was doing vlogs. I used to watch them videos, like the one with Tahiri was jumping on the trampoline. Like a lot of motherfuckers watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But he was doing vlogs. When YouTube got on, he jumped on it. So he was ahead of his time. And it's like, because he may have not knew all the business, but he believed in his creativity, and he just didn't want nobody to tell him different. And we look at that as being a troublemaker. You see what I'm saying? So now that he's where he's at now, it's like he's found a niche where it's freedom because, you know, he don't have record labels telling him to do this or you can't do this. So like I said, I like artists or just people in general, man, who want total freedom, man, and want to do what they got to do. But the worst thing about it is now that you get in that spot, then you start taking on people like promoters, promotions, and advertisement, and then now you get to a point where you can't say certain things. You know what I'm saying?
You get to a level where you can't speak your mind no more.
Yep.
You see what they did to Waka Flocka? He wanted to get his degree, he wanted to get all this other stuff. You see what they did to him? Nope, don't let him speak no more. That nigga is getting too smart. Don't let him speak.
Yeah. Now that the Cash App, I guess he not with Cash App no more because of the whole thing with, you know, Olivia saying, you know, he made her feel uncomfortable. So now you see
that shit, man.
Yeah. And you know what? This crazy, man, is because he do have an issue because, you know how Joe is, and he gets comfortable, and a lot of people know how he is, so he play. So as far as a boss acting in at work, he just don't know where to draw the line because that's just his personality. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he mean anything by it, but a lot of people, she wasn't used to it, but Bridget and the other girl, like, this is Joe, we know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, that situation happened. And then like she came out with a video. I'm like, yo, why is everything seems strategic, bro? It always come at the wrong time. And it seemed like when that stuff happened to him last time, when Tahiri was on that show and they was coming at her for doing Vlado like that, and she got on that show, and then she just shifted all that shit on Joe, man. That shit was strategic. And from that show, everybody stopped talking about the shit that she did, and it got put on Joe. He was minding his business, and he was like, yo, how the hell you gonna do that? Yo, I was just supporting your business. You just called me 2 weeks ago to buy this and buy that. And she brought up the whole victim stuff. Like, yo, you just was talking to this man 2 weeks ago. So all attention got off her. It went on Joe. And then he got past that. So now it came back on him. And that's why I said, that's why he don't really rock with Charlamagne, right? So then finally Kwame Brown comes back and put it on Charlamagne. I don't really mess with Charlamagne because I see how he used to always mess with Joe about some of Joe's personal business, even when he used to come up on a record label. But I'm like, yo, dude, you was sniffing the chair when J-Lo was up there. You was doing all this crazy stuff, and you still got this situation with this girl.
And I can't rock with Charlamagne, man. This nigga gave DJ Envy a plat. Yo, listen, man. DJ Envy a plastic ass, man. This nigga he gave him a plastic ass, dog. Who do some shit like that? Then be live on the radio talking about, yeah, man, smack my ass. Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Bro, the music is weird, dog. Man,
it's weird out here, man. Like, yo.
But bro, how can you have, bro? It's just like he still got all his sponsors, right? How can you? Well, of course, he probably was on the casting couch and probably got some people, but the amount of stuff that you still have unresolved, and you still keep trying to throw dirt on people's names. And it's like I was telling Ant how the universe moves. You keep your head down, Seemed like here Joe back in it again, and then here come Charlamagne talking about Kwame Brown, and here come Kwame Brown saying, "Okay, well I'm gonna put heat on you because ain't nobody really okay. So let's pull up your stuff." Now he apologizing after he sent that cease and desist. Now people coming at him heavy. Now, because fans are shift back too. Now fans is on him. It's like, yo, you had that coming, man. Because you be going at people, man. You had that coming, bro. And he should have had that coming. It should have hit him a long time ago. But he moved like he ain't never done nothing.
Yeah, he been doing funny shit for all these years though, man. But you already know why he ain't getting caught. He pandering to the women. That's just what he doing.
I think he been on that couch. I think he's been on that couch too.
Oh yeah, we know that.
We definitely, and you know what I'm saying, that's why they make sure they keep that Yee chick around too. The
Angela Yee.
Yeah, they make sure that she can always, play that side too. You see it. I mean, they trying to get into politics and all of that other stuff. They trying to turn it all political. It's not just about the music anymore, any of that stuff. That if you notice, man, on those shows they rarely even talk about music anymore. It's really celebrity gossip, and now the politicians are celebrities now too. So that's pretty much all they talk about.
Yeah, Angela Yee, she move funny, man. Like she be acting like she don't be starting stuff. That's why, Jeezy gave her the business. I mean, not Jeezy.
Gucci.
What's the name? Gucci. Yeah, Gucci gave her the business, dog. And then he play that video. Play that video.
Yeah.
Gave her the business, man. She always be like trying to throw rocks in hot hands like she innocent.
Yeah, man, that shit was hilarious. Man, he came yeah, show me. What's up? Like, nah, I don't play them games.
Hey, yo,
that's why I think was it Gucci? I didn't want Gucci came at her.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear Kwame like flame the whole show though? I was rolling, man.
I gotta watch it. I ain't see it,
he
man.
Came at Envy. He came at Angela Yee. He was like talking about that you ain't got no man. He was like, yo, show us your man. Like he was coming at her like, yo, you lonely little like he was coming at her on some real stuff, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and rightfully so. Anybody that has eyes can see it. They can see it, man. Like y'all are trying to create shit even where it's not, just to make yourselves feel relevant, and look relevant. That's pretty much the way. I mean, I get it. That's your show. That's what you do.
But that's why hip hop is kind of where it's at now, man. Because we got to deal with that, and then you got to deal with there's another one, Old Man Ebro. Dog, you still talking about people? You are one of the main reasons why Hot 97 ain't that hot no more. Ran everybody off.
Yeah.
Right. Cursing everybody the fuck out. Tell them, no, man, you ain't this and that. Then you got Flex over here spazzing at everybody.
Yeah. Well, how could you lose Angie, dog? Like, yo, like she like, I'm out of here, man.
Right.
So we got to deal with this type of stuff, man, and the politics. So,
that's why
you're gonna hear the same
is going downhill.
I mean, just like they say, y'all remember that song from the damn 80s, bro? Video killed the radio star. Social media done killed hip hop, man. It is what it is, man. Anybody can do a podcast. Anybody can go live on YouTube. Anybody can pay World Star and go viral and go on a damn rant. Anybody can get on Twitter and talk shit. It kind of just is what it is. So, we just gotta understand it's just different times that we live in.
Hey, when I used to hear the same songs, same 20 songs on the radio all day long, I saw radio gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand that shit. You just hear the same song 5 times. You're like, God damn, what you keep playing the same goddamn song? That shit's getting annoying as hell for real, man. Like for real. I couldn't stand that shit. Then especially you in the car and everything, you chilling, then it just keep repeating. Then you just sitting like, oh my fucking God. And it started giving you a headache.
Yeah, it got bad when satellite radio became like that.
Like the XM radio and all that stuff coming in. Yeah.
Nah, but then I mean, XM radio with you know what I'm saying, channels like Shade 4-5, you know, the hip hop channels, all of those, they were good at first, and then
Yeah.
you know, certain labels, certain artists, you know, you could tell they just start paying for their spins. They start paying for certain spins, and then it became just like regular radio,
Right.
the same 5, 6, 7 tracks over and over and over again. You know?
Yeah. You're right, man. Like, it's like, man, yeah. I mean, come on, like, I mean, that's why I still like the radio shows like that on, even though like they do it on Sunday, they start playing local artists, or they play some stuff, some underground stuff. I rock with radio stations that still do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they used to do that here in Philly too. Just like every Friday, they just do like the underground rappers, and they did like the freestyles and all that shit.
What? Wait, hold on. You in Philly?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's what's up. You what? 215-267?
215.
215. Okay, yeah. Hey, I graduated from Truman, man, in Levittown, man. So
okay.
Yeah. But I'm from Trenton, so.
Oh, Jersey, okay.
Yeah, and you know, we love going to New York, but Philly is a lot faster to get to if you want to go somewhere and party. It's faster.
Right.
So you know, definitely be in Philly. You know, man, I can tell you all the crazy stories I had in Philly. Like I forgot who it was, man. I think it was some Eagles players. They're having this party, this private party, and people was coming out of it. And I was driving my cousin. He had a Saab, whatever, and I was driving that night. Man, y'all, these some bad chicks, man. I'm parking the car, man. I'm looking at them, man. I bumped the car in front of me. I was embarrassed like a mug, man. There was some bad people coming out of that club, dog. But Philly, man, had some fun time in Philly, man.
It's definitely fun here, man. Definitely have a good time.
Just
don't go to certain areas though.
Oh man, most definitely. See some crazy stuff on South Broad Street, man, late at night, man.
I know you probably didn't been down South Street, right?
Oh, most definitely. South Street, yeah, man. I used to ride around Philly, but you got to be careful because you know Philly don't play. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see big beards and Muslims be running everything.
Right, right.
But definitely have fun, man. You know, between Philly and New York, man, I definitely have fun. But hey, don't go there acting like no out of towner. You know what I mean? Like you gotta move accordingly, man. Like even if you fly to a corner store, man, yo, get in there and get out, man. Don't be acting like no. You know what I'm saying? Like
just sitting in there. You know what I mean? No, just buy your shit, get out.
Yeah, but you know what though? Yo, I ain't saying like do too much, but be in a comfortable mode where you act like you from there, where you get in there and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People can tell, you know what I mean, when you moving a little funny or whatever, you definitely ain't gonna go in there with no jewelry or no crazy stuff. But you know what I mean? Like I used to walk down, you know, certain parts, like even in Harlem, like when my sister was auditioning or whatever. Man, don't walk down there like no damn tourist, man. Like, come on, man. You gotta know how to move, man. Don't become no target.
Right. You can't make yourself a target out here.
Oh shit, New York, you spot them a mile away, man.
Exactly.
You spot them a mile away, bro.
Yeah, and you gotta go to a certain store, or whatever, man. Certain neighborhoods, man. If you by yourself, bro, keep driving.
Right.
Like, who you? Oh shit! Here we go. You better off be like, yo, I'm Detective So-and-so. What's up? I'm off duty. What's the problem?
Off duty.
What's the problem? Oh no. You better be smart. You better think of something.
I'm about to say, man, hey, but that depends on what damn hood you in, man. Because some of the motherfuckers, man, that shit will get you bucked at.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
The motherfuckers like, you
wrong hoods. You who?
You undercover?
And some of them even know 5-0. You know what I mean? By first name basis, they know the people. You know what I mean? All them cats don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I done heard people get ripped off and get let go. You know, and took half their stash and took some of their money and let them go.
Yeah, I heard them stories too, man. Like, damn, he ran down, took your shit, you just dipped. Like, it's crazy. They ain't booked you enough. He just took your shit.
Yeah, you got this dude named Big Red in Trenton, man. He got in trouble because he fought a state trooper, but yo, they found out, man, this dude was like, yo, he was really getting with the drug dealers, man, getting some of their stuff, taking a lot of their money, man. He was a bully, dog. Wild dude, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
He got in trouble when he beat up that state trooper.
Facts.
But yeah, so some of them, man, you know, that's why some of that crime don't stop, because man, people, they know what's up, man. Like these people, like, yo, I'm trying to get paid. You know, if I work for them, you know what I'm saying, they work for me or whatever. As long as I'm getting hit off, I'm good.
Man, I've had cops tell me, man, they were like, crime stop. If crime stops, I'm out of a job. What are you talking about? They don't want crime to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then you see those movies, man, where they be going in that joint and they got to bust, like, you know, the undercover narcotics, and they got to bust them. And you know what I mean? Like, you in the room, it's a couple movies like that. You know, it's like all this dirty money in there. It's dirty anyway. Like, nobody know nothing about it.
Oh, Training Day style, yeah.
What they ain't. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm all with all the ethical and all that type of stuff, but man, look, if one of them dudes get up in there, man, and they see, you know, $3 million or whatever, man, look, I'm not even mad. They put, you know what I mean, $20,000 in their pocket. I won't even be mad. But I mean, hey, what the drug dealers gonna do with that money? They can't report it. They can't claim it. They can't do nothing with it. Like, and police ain't gonna do nothing but, you know, do something they ain't supposed to. It's like they was talking about them people pulling people on the highway, you know, taking like professional gamblers' money, store owners' money, and sometimes they will never get that money back. That little program they had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. Like, you don't know what the police be doing with that type of stuff, man. Like, this, man, come on, man. So, man, forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad I ain't in that situation, because I'll be like, yo, damn, yo, I could buy that new car my wife been asking for. It's for drug dealer money. They about to go to jail anyway. Like, yo, let me think about this.
Right.
Let me think about this. Oh, damn, I'm glad somebody came in, because I sure would have.
You talking about your wife a new car? You put all your kids through college.
That too.
The trust funds, all of that.
That too. Hey, listen, I know some cats that was over there when they found some of Saddam's little, whatchamacallit, you know, some jewelry, and he had pocketbooks, purses, he had cologne, all type of stuff in it, man. Yo, my man said he wasn't the only one. He said he had a pillowcase full of some stuff. Came back, bought him Cadillac, had it all hooked up, and somebody stole it. But he did come back with some money. You know, Pastor's kid too. He's like, but yeah, he said there was some people that because he said, man, it was a lot of money, bro. Like, you wouldn't even imagine. He said he took a little something.
Damn, they ran down, took all that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm being straight up honest with y'all, man. Like, man, I try to hold myself to a certain standard, man. But when I know it's some dirty type of stuff, man, and I know the people that you turn it over to gonna do something dirty with it, it's like, damn, dog, like, damn. I don't know. I'm just telling you right now, I'll be struggling. I'll be like, yo, I'm not going in that room.
That job ain't for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going in that room.
They say that every day. This job is not for everybody. If you
I know it's
trained
not for me.
the right way to do it,
yeah. Imagine if you walked into a bunker, dog, filled with money, like enough fun.
Can anybody control themselves? Be like, damn.
Yeah, I mean enough. I'm talking to fix up a whole neighborhood, dog. You like, You like, oh no, we gotta secure the money, dog. I mean, see, here's the thing. We could talk about how much integrity and all the stuff we have, right? It's easy to talk about that if you've never been tested to a level of that degree. It's easy to talk about it until it happens. Like you could take the most clean cut dude and be like, yo, I'll never be unfaithful and blah 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 and all this type of stuff. And then get in a situation where he got to go overseas somewhere and then end up in the joint where it's like 20 dime pieces and ain't nobody around. They like, yo, we just want to have a good time. Like, come on in. Oh, no. Spitting that. Think about it. When ain't nobody watching and it's just you and your conscience, that's all. Man, a lot of people would fail that test, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like, shit, man. Ain't nobody looking. I'm stepping in there.
And I'm never coming back to this place again.
Right.
So it's like, what is it until it like you really have to be tested on a certain level to really know if you really, that honest or that, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to say when you ain't really been through nothing. So I try to be real about the situation. Like, you know what I mean? I can only be that as to the level I've been tested. So I could say I am right now, but who knows if the situation would happen? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. At least I would struggle with some situations and think about it. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad I ain't never went down the wrong path or nothing. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Because sometimes it could be a setup. Somebody could be testing you. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You never know. If you got issues at home and people coming at you a certain type of way, man, look, you probably like, man, look, nah, they probably trying to set me up, man. She probably knowing these ladies. Like that old green room situation at those talk shows. And then they be like,
that fresh and fit thing. No,
yeah, we sent somebody back in the green room who played like, do you remember this? Nah, play the tape. Like, damn. No, man. What show was it? What show that used to be on? And was that
I know what you're talking about.
The Ricky Lake shows or the Jerry Springer shows or whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say Jerry Springer. Fucking hell, I don't think it used to be like that on like Maury originally, but then they used to have like Montel Williams and Richard Bay and shit like that.
Wilco.
Yeah.
Richard Bay was a pervert, dog. I like that show.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Yeah, I like Richard Bay show, dog. He always had some good stuff on it.
It used to get wild, but yeah, they'll send a plant in the green room to see if a dude will make a move.
Yeah, but how long y'all gonna fall for this, man? Like y'all saw the show, dog. Like, come on, man.
Everybody watched the show. You should already know, like, oh yeah, this is set up, yo.
Yeah, and then now they got of all people, the new host of Cheaters is Peter Gunn.
Oh, wait. Yo, hold up. Stop it. Peter Gunn is the host of Cheaters. Oh, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah, he's the host, man. And yo, he be really getting at people. Like, yo, you want to throw hands? What's up? Like, he really...
Oh, man, I know that shit is hilarious. Yo. He'll come at your neck. He don't play that bullshit.
Yo, you got Peter Guns on it, man. You definitely get caught. You know what I'm saying? He knows something.
Right.
He like,
he straight hood nigga. He already knows the deal. Like,
how you gonna come at me like that when you be dog? You know how many kids I got to feed? This ain't personal.
This ain't personal, but you know what I mean? Hey, you got caught, man. It is what it is.
Facts.
I gotta check that show out though. But yeah, man, it's a nice popping talking to you, man. It's good to see NT pop up.
Yeah,
definitely.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna probably shut it down too.
Yeah,
get ready to get my ass to work in the morning.
Yeah,
same here, man.
It was good hanging out with you, Juan, man. You know what I mean? You know I'll be back, man.
You already know. It was definitely great hanging out with both of you, man. And next time, I mean, if I do another stream, you know what I mean, y'all can hop up anytime.
Yeah, you do a stream, whatever. I'll try to share it, whatever You know what I'm saying? Get some more people on it. I'm just on my phone, so I can't really do that. But yeah, get some more people on it. This is a cool conversation right here.
And see, this is the thing, man. It's 3 of us, man, right? And all we really focus on is conversation. We not focused on views. We not cause I got the StreamYard on. I don't even know, who in the chat or who watching, but we focus on conversation, man. And it ain't like, yo, ain't no dysfunction here. Let me go somewhere else, man. We just shooting the shit, man.
Right, just chilling, just conversate, man.
And if you had, the more people you have, you bring some elements in it, then the topics get involved and other stuff, and you could laugh or you could do whatever, and keep it like that, man. As long as people don't bring their beasts, man. Like, yo, you got to go, man. We ain't having that, man.
And the thing is, Juan G's, hey, all you got to do is just bloop him right backstage.
Right.
Yeah. Bloop.
Yeah. Let them know, like, over here, like, we don't do that, man. Respect me enough, man, to not even do that. Even Aries at times, he was like, my bad, Auntie. I feel you. And
that's how many times Aries said that to me, man, like the next day. Yeah. My bad, man. Disrespecting your platform. I'm sorry, man. He apologized every time.
Aries do be coming through never though sometimes.
Hey, but what's funny though, man? Big J used to get at BMT, right? And then Big J used to get mad when people used to get at him. I'm like, yo, y'all do know y'all be doing that to each other, like, and then people do that to y'all, and they just be going crazy, man. I'm like, damn, why y'all let them people get to y'all like that, man?
Bro, that's why they pissed off at me, man. And I'm like, man, you ain't using my panel as a war zone no more.
I'd be like, fellas, calm down, bro. Calm down. It ain't even that serious, man. I'm just saying, I get you, man. I get you. But you ain't even got to let them get you off your square like that, man. Come on. Stop going at them, and they won't keep going at you. See, when you give out negative energy, it comes back. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's all facts right there, man.
Fellas can talk without yelling, disrespecting each other, man. We can have a good conversation, man. We don't need all that.
Definitely, man. It's a great conversation, man. Good vibes and good conversation. That's all we need.
I'll definitely be back, man. It's nice talking to y'all, man.
All right, I will too. Usually, like when I see it, it'll like I know you'll have it scheduled, and I might not catch it in time, or I'll be forgetting it. I might not set the reminder, or I'll catch it after it's already over. So I'm glad I got to catch you while you was live.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
I have to catch LSP because I do my art thing too. I have to catch her lives. Like I've only caught one, but I'll be doing the same thing. I'm like, damn, I just missed it. But I'll at least watch it, you know what I'm saying? And then like I'll comment. But and she supports a lot of people too. So I really be wanting to get on her live and stuff like that. I love her energy, man. She's really cool person.
Yeah, she I appreciate her, you know what I'm saying? She comes through and she'll pop up on the panel from time to time, or always say something in the comment box, just let me know she's there, and I appreciate that.
And that's another thing, man. We can say all this negative stuff, man, but we do have some good people. So the thing is, you just got to focus on, bringing them people closer and kind of like rocking with them, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try to make it my mission to catch up with a lot of people. Like, I'll be showing up at We Here, I'll be checking on Wanji, trying to check at her, and focus my energy on people with good vibes, man. You know what I mean? Rock out with them,
And that's what I mean. Like, I appreciate that because when I might only have 2 or 3 people watching, and people still people were still showing up. Anyways, we got to do the same thing. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many people are viewing, or even if there's nobody there, whatever, man. If the conversation's good, people are good. It's all good, bro. I'm coming through.
Yeah, strength numbers, man. If you know what I'm saying, if they see some people gathering, they go from there, So
right, definitely go from there and just gonna keep building.
But I'm about to eat something and then take my shower and get ready for tomorrow. For them people drive me crazy.
All right, definitely. I'll let you, man.
All right, fam.
Yeah, Juan G, I'm about to check out too, bro. Definitely a pleasure chopping it up with you, though, big dog.
Definitely. All right, Nixon. All right, Auntie. I'll let both of you, man. Peace out. All right, y'all. Definitely a long stream. I ain't expect them two to come up. It was a great conversation with them two. You know what I mean? Great damn near 2 hour conversation. But it's been a great night. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace out. Great show. Like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll holla at y'all. Peace.